There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mike the high. Ready? Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Border. Check.
Play fake. Cousins. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Man, I got you.
Now Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
42 to Mike. Hey, come on up. Check safety.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook able to escape. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Blue draw quarter.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Watch the run.
Operating from the gun. Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it, complete. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing is Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 16-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. The throw over the middle, taken in. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 36-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2 times. You got 3 down. Shift.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Packers 7, Vikings 6.
From the 36, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check 13.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. It's brought in by Doxson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Cousins on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Succa. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Cousins now. Left side caught by Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Minnesota.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
2nd and 10. At the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st down, Williams. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
54 Mike. You must be dreaming.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now at a 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping a ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Chance.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 26-yard attempt, and his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Rodgers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They run with Thomas. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Rush in, rush in, rush inside. Protein spill.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
319. 54. All day. All day.
Rodgers now operating from the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Vikings first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
At the 46-yard line.
Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Williams. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Break. 18. Here we go.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Sternberger, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Cousins, and Diggs has it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
319. 54. I got one. Teammate. He's coming. We got double up.
They run it again with Williams. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Rodgers from the gun. He'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Come on, fellas.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You can't block me.
Rodgers now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Newton. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in contract time.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Dancing to his left.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Cousins to throw it. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Olabisi Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Succop. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Rodgers, and an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They go play action. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. A deep ball for Dotson. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Williams. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
On 1st down, it's Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone. We saw evidence of that on that play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins, open man. Once again, it's Thielen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Cousins on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
They run it again with Cook. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Now Cousins. And this has dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another